Merry Christmas, dickheads. The year 2024 is basically over, and whether or not this is a good or bad thing is entirely up to you. I, personally, don't remember basically any of it. But while Crunchyroll prepares for their annual anime awards, any tubers around the world are all button mashing away on their keyboards attempting to recreate the awards just with some slightly more believable entries. Because as we all know, award shows in general are either rigged, stupidly predictable, or just downright shitty taste. Now I could go the YouTuber route and just rip off everyone else's content, but let's face it, I'm already doing that and I'm not big enough for anyone to take my legitimate opinions seriously. So instead I am doing something a little different. Welcome to Hachi's 2024 Anime Awards Abridged. Every category is either made up, ironically nominated, or just set up for a punchline that will never come. Anime of the year will be at the end of the video since it's the only category anyone actually gives a shit about, but it also gives you guys an incentive to watch the entire thing, and an even better reason to skip to the end. But for those with even the slightest ounce of brain juice left in their head, we're going to be starting this list off strong with one of my favorite categories. Best Character Design. Yogiri from My Instant Death ability is so overpowered, no one in the other world stands a yada 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 yada. You get the idea. Nowadays, we've gotten so used to the same old generic protag design. All the bright colors and wacky hairdos have simply been beaten to death and strangled over the past couple years. But Yogiri seems to be that main character to finally break the mold. The black hair and brown eyes really do a good job on giving us an insight into any thoughts he may be having. And the school uniform is not only a unique costume for a main character, but also really says a lot about who he is as a person. Like already, just from looking at his profile, I can already tell he's probably in high school. Now, if that doesn't prove he deserves this award, I don't know what will. Best Original Anime. Bleach. The show has been such a joy to watch each week, and every time I sit down to enjoy a new episode, I always ask myself how an anime like this only has one season. I mean, something with such high quality production deserves more than to be sprayed onto my shirt and stuck into the washing machine with my sister. I think the studio should wipe the slate clean and only focus on a season 2 of this banger show. Like really, this needs a part 2 more than I need to take a shower. Most Memorable Anime. Condition called Ligma. Now, most of you probably haven't heard about this anime, which means you haven't seen this video right here, which is actually a relief since this was kind of a shoddy video. It was my first video, okay? Get off my dick about it. Anyways, it's a heartwarming show about a girl with no feelings who slowly falls in love with a guy who has too many feelings and a measly 3 charges of stalking under his belt. This anime has everything. We have no feelings kudere trope minus the cute parts, and an obsessive boyfriend who hasn't murdered anyone yet, which only slightly removes the quirky part that would have made him hot and brings him down from shirtless badass to the level of friendless and morally suboptimal. I think the 0.5% of women that actually watch my content will agree that stalkers just don't have the same level of swagger as a serial killer. Now, what was I saying? Oh yeah, despite being as interesting as a worm crossing the street, this show was a real standout, and I can promise you that I definitely watched past episode 7. Best Romance. Days with My Stepsister. What a heartwarming show this anime is. The main couple is just so cute together, and adding the fact that their siblings turned me on turned a normal romance into a surreal and relatable experience. We've all been there in that type of situation, and it can be difficult to navigate the waters when put in close proximity with the aforementioned washing machine. But I think this anime really tries to offer an in-depth and informative answer to the important questions in life, such as, can you make me a sandwich, and should I sleep with her or not? I believe it's a message that all of us need to hear. So if you have a sibling you don't want to alienate, send them this anime and then don't wash your clothes for at least a month afterwards. Best Animation. Blue Lock, obviously. This anime is just pure spectacle. Like, I have never seen PNGs move this energetically in my entire anime YouTube career. And it's almost been a full 2 months since I started, so yeah, that's saying something, I think. I almost nominated this for Anime of the Year, and I haven't even seen it yet, which just attests to the absolute genius of this show's direction and singularity. Best Continuing Series. Look Back. Now, if you're a fruity guy like me, then you would know that the only piece of art I have ever been proud of are the magnificent graffitis I infuse onto the walls at the beginning of every FPS match. Completely off topic, but I also wanted to ask what the hell this thing is that's been appearing around town. It's been bugging me. I'm sorry. Back to the video. Anyways, this movie is about drawing, bullying, drawing some more, and the risk of pissing off somebody in the gacha community. Each episode of this anime is paced so perfectly that by the time I had finished the entire series, it felt as if I had only seen 2.5 episodes in total. Definitely one of the TV shows of the year. Film of the Year. Now you might think this award goes to movies such as Mononoke, Bakaneko Azuchan, or how the frick you say that, or Attack on Titan. And you'd be wrong, because the true masterpiece that most of you guys missed was Bloody Escape. Sorry, there's not really a punchline for this one. I just kind of wanted to hurt your eyes. Now that we have gotten past the meat of the video, I can already hear my viewers audibly moaning in their chairs. So let's speedrun the rest of these categories, shall we? Anime with the greatest jiggle physics, Tadaima Okaeri, which is from the Omegaverse, something I'm not even going to entertain an explanation for. But all you really need to know is that by the power of existing, this show single-handedly removed the comment section from Daddy Crunchyroll's website. Honorable mentions. Anime with the least controversy. Dun dun dun. Most hated anime of the year. Too many losing heroines. Best comedy. Real life. Best action. Dangers in My Heart. Best slice of life. ReZero Season 3. Best main character. Al. Best girl. Al. Best man. Felix. Best boy. Krush. Now it's finally time to present the greatest award there is to offer besides the Nobel Peace Prize and perhaps a mugshot. The anime of the year is Love Live. And that's it, folks, my 2024 Anime Awards. What a year 2024 has been. Looking back over what I have accomplished this year has made me feel quite sentimental and nostalgic. Or maybe that feeling is called a hangover, I can't really tell anymore. I watched approximately 8 billion shows this year, just counting the seasonals, with a little help of a few good friends. Some shows were good, some shows were great, and some made me contract herpes. But there were indeed some masterpieces that aired, and some of those even entered into my top 10 of all time, so all in all, it was a good year. 7 months ago, I started this channel in the hopes of getting monetized, and while I still have yet to reach this goal, you can bet my ass I will next year. Now, I generally don't self-promote, but it's Christmas, so I thought I'd give myself a present. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Subscribe. Once I accumulate enough watch time, YouTube allows clinically online blokes like yourself to be able to donate your hard-earned cash straight into my hip pocket. No delays. Oh my god! I can assure you, the money will be put to good use. See? Look how generous I am. Like, seriously guys, you should be excited. I'm just trying to give back to my community. I'm even thinking of starting a cereal brand called Crunchly, which is just Fruit Loops, but with a PNG of your favorite waifu, naturally doubling its value and therefore tripling its price to a whopping $80 a box. What a steal. Anyways, your opinion sucks, W forever, and please, please, no incest next year. Ah, fuck.